Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Today we're going to look at the top 5 problems with Islands Roblox. Before we get started, remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and let's jump right into this. So for number 5, there's way too much useless furniture in the game. I know a lot of players are builders and like furniture, but the fact that more and more of it gets added almost every update is really annoying. There are already hundreds of different furniture items in the game. A lot of furniture is useless and gets added to the game for absolutely no reason. This makes the game really messy. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just kind of messes up the game, and in my opinion is definitely a negative part of the game. At number 4, we have the fact that animals are really useless. None of the animals make enough money to actually justify their cost. For example, ducks cost 15,000 coins to buy and make 300 coins per duck egg you sell. But it's better to just farm the Slime King and make millions that way. Another thing is that the animals' happiness and fertility level does not actually work. I'm half convinced that this mechanic doesn't even work because I've never seen it being used in any scenario. I think a good way for the ducks to fix this would be to make animals more expensive, but make the items that they produce sell for even more. This way we will see animals being actually used. They should also rework the happiness mechanic or remove it completely. At number 3, we have the unstable economy. In islands, there are a lot of shops and many different buyers and sellers. The problem is that prices of items change a lot. This is because the devs keep updating and crafting recipes and drop chances. This makes the prices of all the different items change a lot. There's also very high inflation. As you can see, the price of the pink sticky gear has gone up from 450k to 1.3 million in just 2 years for the selling price, and in the buying price it has gone up from 200,000 to 850,000 in just 2 years. The devs should not change so many crafting recipes and drop chances so that we will have a more stable economy. Currently, the game is dominated by duping, scamming, inventory wipes, and attempts to fix the economy, but nothing is actually working. At number 2, we have the RNG-based drop chances. A lot of the items dropped by bosses and mobs have a drop chance based on RNG. This means that there's a percentage-based chance that you get the item, and the drop rates are quite random. For example, rubies have a 10% chance from the desert boss. That means on average, you are expected to get a ruby every 10 times you kill the desert boss. But some people get really lucky and get rubies every 2 or 3 times they kill the boss, while others claim that they've been grinding for many hours and still haven't gotten a single ruby. Because the drop rates are RNG based, some people have better luck than others, making the game unfair. An easy fix for the devs would be to make it so that, for example, every 10 times you kill the desert boss, you're guaranteed to get a ruby. This will make grinding bosses for items more consistent and less based on chance. Currently, fighting bosses seems kind of like gambling and isn't determined by skill or hard work, but instead by random number generators. This is one of the biggest problems with the game. Finally, at number 1, we have excessive content updates. Every 2 or 3 weeks, the game spams giant content updates. This adds more grinding to all the players' to-do lists. Before, we used to have only 5 mob islands: Slime, Bufflecore, Wizard, Desert, and Diamond Mines. But the devs kept adding more and more to the game, and we got Spirit Island, Pirate Island, Underworld, Void Isles, the Slime Queen, Slime Dungeons, and a few more islands. The game kept making huge updates with new islands, new bonuses, new weapons every month or so. Take a look at the Void Isles. You will see that it's pretty much a copy of the Underworld, just reskinned and retextured. The Void boss is like the Infernal Dragon. The Void Matic is like the Opal tools. The Void Swords are like the Opal Dragon Slayer, and Amethyst is like Opals. The devs kept adding more and more islands with the same old stuff again and again, and this adds more and more grinding to our to-do list for absolutely no reason. The problem with this is that people who play the game monthly get new updates every time they play, and it makes it boring for them as they have to grind more and more items. The devs need to make the game more stable and consistent by not adding huge content updates so often. The only updates they should do are bug fixes, quality of life improvements, and seasonal events such as Christmas, Halloween, Lunar New Year, and the in-game events like the fishing festival. I don't think we should get any more new islands and new weapons and new tools, as most players don't like to grind the same retextured stuff over and over again. A lot of the problems I talked about may seem controversial too, and some may view them as positives of the game. I want to remind you that these are what I think are problems, and you are free to have your own opinions. Please tell me what you think about these problems in the comments below. I would always like to hear your thoughts. Remember to join my Discord server if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.